IELTS Speaking Part 2 Topic. Describe a time when you achieved a personal goal. What was the goal? Why did you set that goal? How did you work towards achieving it? How did you feel when you accomplished it?
Achieving personal goals is a fulfilling and transformative experience. One particular achievement that stands out in my mind is when I successfully completed a marathon, a feat I had set my sights on for quite some time. This goal was motivated by my desire to challenge my physical limits, push myself to new heights, and embrace a healthier lifestyle. The decision to run a marathon was not made lightly. It required steely determination and unwavering commitment. I set this goal because I wanted to prove to myself that I could overcome physical and mental barriers and emerge triumphant. The allure of the marathon lay in its reputation as the ultimate test of endurance, demanding utmost dedication and resilience. To achieve this goal, I embarked on a rigorous training regime, braving early morning wake-up calls and putting in countless hours of effort. I devised a structured training plan that gradually increased my mileage, focusing on building both strength and stamina. I incorporated speed workouts, hill training, and long runs into my routine, all the while carefully monitoring my progress. I sought advice from experienced runners and joined a local running club to gain valuable insights and motivation. The journey towards the marathon was a roller coaster ride of emotions. There were days when the siren call of my cozy bed tempted me to skip training sessions, but I reminded myself of the end goal and persevered. I encountered setbacks along the way, such as minor injuries and periods of low motivation. However, I stayed determined and adjusted my training plan accordingly, listening to my body's cues and seeking expert advice to prevent further setbacks. As the marathon day approached, a mix of excitement and nervousness coursed through my veins. The atmosphere at the starting line was electrifying, with a sea of enthusiastic runners ready to tackle the challenging course. As the race began, I focused on maintaining a steady pace and conserving my energy for the long haul. The miles seemed to pass by in a blur, and with every step, I gained confidence in my abilities. When I crossed the finish line, a surge of indescribable joy and euphoria flooded over me. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming. I had conquered the physical and mental barriers that had previously seemed insurmountable. The months of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice had paid off. I felt an immense sense of pride and satisfaction, knowing that I had achieved what I had set out to do. In conclusion, setting and achieving personal goals can be an extraordinary journey of self-discovery and growth. My experience of completing a marathon not only tested my physical endurance but also instilled in me a profound belief in my ability to conquer any challenge. It taught me the value of perseverance, discipline, and determination. This achievement will forever serve as a reminder that with the right mindset and unwavering dedication, no goal is beyond reach.
IELTS Speaking Part 2 Topic. Describe a project or assignment you completed successfully. What was the project or assignment? How did you approach it? What challenges did you face? What was the outcome?
One of the most remarkable projects I have ever undertaken was designing and implementing a comprehensive recycling program in my community. The objective of this initiative was to promote environmental sustainability and create awareness about the importance of recycling among residents. I approached this assignment with meticulous planning, unwavering determination, and a strong sense of responsibility. To kickstart the project, I conducted extensive research to gain insights into successful recycling programs around the world. Armed with this knowledge, I devised a strategic plan that included setting up recycling collection centers at convenient locations throughout the community, organizing educational workshops, and collaborating with local businesses and organizations to promote participation. I was also aware of the need to involve the community actively, so I created engaging promotional materials and utilized social media platforms to spread the word about the initiative. However, despite my well-thought-out approach, I encountered several challenges along the way. The first hurdle was convincing skeptical community members to adopt recycling habits. Many individuals were either unaware of the environmental impact of their actions or simply reluctant to change their routines. Overcoming this resistance required patience, persuasion, and a compelling argument. I held public meetings and delivered presentations emphasizing the detrimental effects of excessive waste and the benefits of recycling. Gradually, I managed to win over a significant number of people and ignite their enthusiasm for the cause. Another obstacle I faced was the lack of infrastructure and resources for efficient waste management. Limited funding posed a constant challenge, but I tackled it by seeking grants and sponsorships from local businesses. I also organized fundraising events and encouraged volunteers to contribute their time and skills. It was a demanding task to coordinate all the different aspects of the project, but with careful planning and effective delegation, we managed to surmount these hurdles. The outcome of the project was nothing short of remarkable. Over time, we witnessed a significant increase in recycling rates within the community. Residents became more conscious of their waste disposal habits, and the number of participants in the recycling program soared. The streets became cleaner, and the amount of waste sent to landfills was reduced substantially. Moreover, the project generated a ripple effect, inspiring neighboring communities to adopt similar initiatives. Witnessing such positive changes and the growing environmental consciousness among the residents filled me with immense pride and satisfaction. In conclusion, the successful completion of the recycling program project was a testament to my dedication, perseverance, and ability to overcome challenges. By approaching the assignment with meticulous planning, educating the community, and addressing infrastructure limitations, we achieved remarkable results. The positive impact on the environment and the heightened awareness among the residents were the ultimate rewards. This project reinforced my belief in the power of collective action and the transformative potential of small-scale initiatives.
IELTS Speaking Part 2 Topic. Describe a piece of news you have heard that impresses you. What the news was. When you heard it. Where you heard it from. And explain how it affected you.
One piece of news that deeply impressed me was when I learned that my childhood friend had won a prestigious scholarship to study at Oxford University. I first heard about this remarkable achievement last summer, while scrolling through my social media feed. The news came as a pleasant surprise from another close friend who shared a heartfelt congratulatory post. The announcement carried immense significance for me personally, as it wasn't merely about academic success but also about witnessing the fruition of years of hard work and dedication. My friend and I had grown up together in a modest neighborhood, where opportunities for higher education often seemed distant dreams. To hear that someone from our circle had not only pursued but excelled to this extent was truly inspiring. This news affected me profoundly on several levels. Firstly, it filled me with a sense of pride for my friend's accomplishments. Knowing the challenges we both faced growing up, it was uplifting to see someone break barriers and achieve such a prestigious milestone. Secondly, it ignited a sense of hope and motivation within me. It served as a powerful reminder that with determination and perseverance, extraordinary goals can be within reach. Moreover, the news prompted me to reflect on my own aspirations and goals. It pushed me to evaluate my path and consider what steps I could take to achieve similar success in my chosen field. It made me realize the importance of setting ambitious goals and working tirelessly towards them, regardless of initial setbacks or perceived limitations. In conclusion, hearing about my friend's scholarship to Oxford was not just a piece of news but a pivotal moment that left a lasting impression on me. It underscored the potential for greatness within each of us and reinforced the belief that with passion and diligence, one can overcome any obstacle. This experience has encouraged me to strive for excellence in my endeavors and has deepened my appreciation for the power of determination in shaping a successful future.
IELTS Speaking Part 2 Topic. Describe something that makes you excited. How often you do that thing. Where you do it. Who you do it. And say if other people who do the something feel exactly the same way or not, and why.
One thing that gets my adrenaline pumping is exploring new hiking trails. I find immense excitement in discovering untouched natural landscapes and challenging myself physically. This is something I try to indulge in at least twice a month, typically on weekends when I have ample time to delve into the experience. I often venture into nearby national parks or remote mountain ranges, seeking out trails that promise stunning views or unique geological formations. The solitude and connection with nature during these hikes rejuvenate my spirit and provide a stark contrast to my urban lifestyle. Accompanying me on these expeditions are usually my close friends who share the same passion for outdoor adventures. Together, we navigate rugged terrains, conquer steep ascents, and revel in the triumph of reaching summits. The camaraderie and shared enthusiasm amplify the enjoyment of each trek, turning it into a memorable journey filled with laughter and shared achievements. Interestingly, not everyone who embarks on hiking experiences feels the exact same way about it. While many share a profound appreciation for nature and the physical challenges of hiking, individuals vary in their reasons and emotional responses. Some may seek solitude and introspection, while others thrive on the thrill of conquering difficult trails. Thus, while there is a common thread of exhilaration and connection to nature among hikers, each person's experience is uniquely shaped by their personal motivations and aspirations. In conclusion, hiking is more than just a physical activity for me, it's a source of excitement, adventure, and personal growth. Whether scaling a mountain peak or traversing a serene forest path, the thrill of exploration and the beauty of nature never fail to captivate me. Sharing these experiences with like-minded friends enriches the journey and reinforces the joy of discovering new trails and landscapes. While not everyone may feel the exact same rush from hiking, the diversity of experiences and motivations only add to the richness of this outdoor pursuit. Hope you liked our video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep us motivated.